EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Ready. Ready.
Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So our game here, one of 8 games in total on this opening weekend that is a divisional matchup. And listen, you look at this NFC South, new coach and quarterback on the other sideline for Carolina, new quarterback in New Orleans, new QB in Tampa. All of a sudden, Desmond Ridder, Charles, is the lone established veteran quarterback in the division.
I like how you said established there. I think in the elastic sense of the word, he's the established veteran. But he is the guy that returns to his team from last year and is leading them. This division is going to be wide open.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Take it in at the 22. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check, mega. Ready.
One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Carolina.
Ready?
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready.
2nd and 7.
Stop. 17. Cut.
On play action, Young. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
They'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now here's Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
First down.
The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. It's Young off play action. Being chased out left. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made it their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a look.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot of... There he goes, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
When they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football, I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big gainer, 2 in succession as this one goes for 32.
Ready.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Injury on the play, and that's the last player you want to see hurting. The quarterback, Desmond Ridder. With fingers crossed here, first quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. Extra point forthcoming. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Amir Smith-Marset now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Another run with Sanders. 82 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
That throw by Young incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's third down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week one. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Throws right side, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Second down and a run by Robinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
On the ready.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Set.
On third down, Robinson. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 87 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Young on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. This is fielded at the 27. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Able to pick up a dozen yards on the keeper, but now it's 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd down, Young. Open here, Allen Thielen. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 39. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and then to give to Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now a 2nd and 10. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
Okay.
2nd and 10. Young working out of the gun. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From the end zone is Smith-Marsette. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a gain of 5 instead, about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. That'll throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Come on, set. Ball red. Ready?
Ritter on 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way that pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Ritter. Fighting through pressure. And complete to Drake London. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Called on a very strong gain of 24.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Ritter back to throw. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's 3rd down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Ritter now. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Corner blitz that time by J.C. Horn, and he got home and dropped him. So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will knock us up at 10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He'll look to set up his blockers. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Okay, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. 72 yards on the ground for him so far.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Ready?
Option play. Here's Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Ritter's throw taken in by Miller. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Red. Set.
Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Ritter. This ball down the field for Pitts. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the... touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Richie Graham. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Here we go.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A give running left. It's Sanders. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Young to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled it by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Ready.
Ritter with it after the play fake. It's caught. Smith. Getting getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On 1st down, Ritter. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. That makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone is Smith-Marset. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
Not a bad game there, and it's okay to still run the football in this situation, but you got to be careful to not take too much time off the clock.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 19 yards. And the Panthers.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Meanwhile, Young's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenot. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They come up now on 2nd and 2. They'll run with Sanders up the middle.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Now Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Here's 1st down. Here's Young.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Ball at the 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10. Young.
And he's got him. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw, as this play will stand as is.
On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he is across and in for the score.
And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Ready, go. Fight, number 7.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
That ties the game at 17.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's 1st and 10.
52 blaster. Ready?
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson shrugs him off. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 4 quarters not enough for all even in the overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, Parker.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Ready?
On 3rd and 1, it's Ritter. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down throw coming for Ritter. And he slings one that's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
fielded at the 20.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
What can Young do in the OT? Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all time.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Young to throw.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last series form, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. To the 43, 2nd down.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Ritter.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 3rd down and 7. Ritter.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
Ready, set.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
142 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, so much for being backed up against the goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
Loose inside the 30. DJ Chark, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown, or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on?